What is up, y'all? My name is Eric, and I'm gonna lead you through a quick lower body strength session. This lower body strength session will involve some mobility. It'll be about 30 minutes long, and just completely follow along. And of course, like always, I'll give options for all skill levels. We're gonna start off nice and simple with the classic spinal wave, aka the cat-cow. So I wanna push through the ground, and I wanna make my chin and my spine round. And from here, I'm gonna take a big inhale, big exhale. I'm just gonna tilt and extend through the spine. I'm pushing through the ground, driving my chin up. Big exhale. So I'm only gonna do about 3 of these, but I wanna do it nice and slow. And I wanna practice segmenting, which means start from the lower end of the spine, and then just slowly work your way to the top. And then from the top, work your way from the top. All the way back down to the bottom. One more for me. Big tilt. And I'm trying to just kind of slowly down, drive my hips back. I'm just gonna work on pressing my chest into the ground. Start pedaling my feet out, warming up those hamstrings. From here, I'm gonna swing my right leg forward. I'm gonna drop my back knee, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing that we just did. I'm gonna push away from the ground, round my spine, and then cat-cow, but like you can already feel, once you get that hip into a lunge, it really changes the game up. Now, here's a pro tip if you want more stretch. If I'm in this round position, once I extend, here's where the stretch is. I can work on driving backwards into the ground, steering that out, everything long, driving this back toe into the ground. So this is the relax. I'm actually coming off tension, a little stretch here, and then I'm just going round spine. Really, this spinal wave, like we talked about, is everything today. So I'm just going to press back. A little bit of transition between my knees. But then I always have the knee down for these round-up sequence. Then I'm going to round the spine. Now you might notice you have a side. It's a little tighter than the other. Working on it. Those of you that are a little more advanced, awesome. Then I'm going to press everything back again. This is a great lower body flow to just warm up the hips. So the second concept that we're going to do, we're going to again play with the hip or the spinal wave. So I press my hips back, and this is going to take me out of tension or off the stretch. Then from here, I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to drive my hips forward. I'm going to lift my chest, squeeze my ribs down, and I'm going to reach overhead as far as I can. So I'm driving this back foot into the ground, squeezing my core back and down, and then from here I'll just come off tension. I press my hips back, I arch, and then I'm going to tilt. I'm going to hollow round, but big reach and drive my hips forward. One more. Big reach. Notice that I'm trying to keep the palms where the thumbs are rotated back. And then I'm just going to drive my hips back. hit the opposite side, starting to loosen up a little bit, move a little bit smoother. Big reach. Again, I'm doing about 3 of these on each side. Pressing back, driving the heels into the ground. And then each time I'm going to add a little twist to this. So now we're going to do that same press back. I'm going to drive the arms overhead. And then if I have the right hand or the right leg forward, I'm going to drop the right hand down towards the ground. I'm just going to rotate and reach for the floor. Some of you guys might be able to. I'm not quite there. And then I come back up. On the second one I did, but I didn't force it. So again, tilt the hips back, tilt the hips forward, and then drive and reach. Woo! That lateral reach really adds to this. So I'm going to do one more just for good luck. And I'm just going to press back. I like to hold this again kind of as a rest position, and then I'm just going to go hips back, hips forward. Check it out from this side now. Again, driving the hand towards the ground, reaching through the top arm. And I always take a second to re-engage before I go right back into the next rep. One more. I think I did a bonus rep on the other side. Make sure I even that out. Woo! All right, we got one more for this lower body flow today. Stick with me. So press it back, pedal it out. Kind of catch your breath. Round, step forward. Now that I'm in this right lunge, I'm going to inhale the hips back, exhale the hips forward. Then from here, if I have the right leg forward, I'm going to start to lead with the right arm and start to rotate back. I'm just going to reach all the way around. Make a big circle. And then I'll take a big inhale again. Drive my hips back. Drive my hips forward. It's important to keep the core engaged as I start to rotate. One more time for me. Hips back. Hips forward. I'm active in that back leg. And then I'm just going to drive the hips back. One more side. Stay strong. It's just the warm up. The good stuff. All the way up to the top. Rotate. Reach. We got one more. Rotate and reach. Woo! All right, for this next section, we're gonna get after it. We're gonna activate the hips with 2 different movements. The first one is the horse stance into an overhead lunge, which is gonna look like the following. I'm gonna drive the knees out. I'm gonna drive the elbows back. I'm gonna rotate the knee down. I'm gonna reach overhead. And then I'm just gonna roll back to the center position. Repeat on both sides. The second movement that I'm going to do, I'm gonna take the arms overhead like so, and then I'm just gonna tilt all the way back. It's called the body weight deadlift. We're gonna do 1 minute of movement for each movement. The timer is gonna start in 3, 2, woo! All right, let's do it, guys. It's actually, luckily, it's 45 seconds. So I'm gonna drive the elbows back. I'm gonna roll over the ankle, reach through the arms. And then I'm trying to keep this knee open, driving this knee open, pressing the hips way back, elbows back. That's the center position. Rolling to the other side. This is the advanced option. If you need a little bit more, what you'll do is you'll stay active here. Don't touch the knee to the ground. Those that need a little bit less, keep the lunge so low. Don't drop that back knee. Don't go so deep. That horse stance. You can still work on the same cues. All right, so now we're gonna get right into our bodyweight deadlift. We got about 10 seconds left to recover here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Arms behind the back. Hips go way back. I'm just driving the elbows out, trying to keep the spine as straight as possible, hips as far back as possible. Now, if I need a little bit more here, option one, take one foot, step it back, do the exact same thing. And now, in the split sense, you're gonna load one side more than the other. Great way to make this easier. Now, if you are having a hard time with this, take the arms out of the picture. Just keep the arms center, maybe little baby T-Rex arms, drive the elbows back here. Keeping the arms overhead actually makes this a little bit harder. So if you take the arms down, it'll be quite a bit easier. All right, so that's one round of the activation section. We're gonna do 3 sets of this. I'm getting right back ready with this horse stance. Now, on the horse stance, hips go way back, chest stays way up, knees drive way out, heels are flat. Now, the ankle rollover is optional, right? So if you're having a hard time, just kind of pivot over onto your toe and then reach overhead. But there is a bonus, a little bit of an ankle stretch. If you can roll over this ankle, right? Go for it. Drive this knee out, press the hips back, elbows way back, chest up, chin up, big smile. Driving through, hovering through that back leg. I'm gonna stay with it 5 more seconds here. And then we're just going right side, left side. All right. Whew, gotta shake the legs out just a little bit. Now we're getting into the body weight deadlift. Arms are gonna go way back, hips are gonna go way back. Now you'll notice it's almost like a stiff-legged deadlift here. I'm keeping the legs slightly bent, just enough to where I can lead the tilt. Now I'm not going so low, I'm rounding in my spine. So remember, if that's happening, you've got an option. Just drive the elbow back. Do the shorter version. If you need a little bit more, like I said, you can do a staggered version. Much tougher because you're isolating one side only. But I wouldn't do the advanced version and cheat. Less is more always. It's just kind of how it works, especially with these body weight movements. All right, so we're getting right into our last set. This is where I'm starting to feel it. You can hear it in my voice. We are warming up now. All right, I'm gonna drive the knees out. I'm gonna sink real low this time because now I'm feeling warmed up. I'm not gonna let my knees touch on any reps. Staying active the whole time. Elbows back, chest up. Here I'm making sure the core is engaged. Kind of the lesson from the beginning. Stay with me, guys. You got about 20 seconds left. And like I said, now we know the moves. So you can just keep on moving. Be one with the burn. Woo! All right, body weight deadlift, last movement of the activation set. Shoulder width apart, hips drive back, elbows drive wide. My goal here, don't hold yourself back for me. Because of me, try to get to 90 degrees. I can't quite get there, but I'm working on it. I'm actively driving those elbows out, actively pressing that hip back. I got about 20 seconds left of these body weight deadlifts. They're body weight, but they work. You feel this in the upper back, lower back, hamstrings. Got about 10 seconds. Do anything for 10 seconds. Whew. Fall over on me, coach. Whew. All right, so we made it through the activation section. All right, welcome to the finisher section. This is where things are gonna get hot and heavy. I mean, hot and sweaty. So we're gonna do 30 seconds of movement. We're gonna have 3 movements. We're gonna do 3 rounds. I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of what those movements look like. The first movement we call a press back squat. So I'm gonna press back, I'm gonna do a squat. I'm gonna step up with the right leg, and I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna reach overhead, and then I'm gonna repeat on the other side, always performing a bear squat as I shift from side to side, with the option being drop the back knee down. So if I drop the knees, this will make this much easier. So the second move that we're going to do is the lizard switch. Go plank left, switch over to the right side, leaning forward, keeping the arms straight, and keeping that back leg long. Now I'm always trying to focus on getting the foot by the hand here. Then the last move is the lateral plyo jump. I'm going right side of the mat, left side of the mat. And we started this one right on the beginning of the 30 seconds. I'm going to do 30 seconds of the first movement, just the lateral jump. We call these ninja jumps or ninja warrior jumps at the gym. You gotta pretend you're Ninja Warrior finals. You're running soft, not spending much time on your foot. Alright, from there, I'm going to go right back into the first movement, which is the press back with front step. Press back, front step, squeezing the core, reaching through the arms, repeating on the other side. And like I said, this is where we're getting after it. So we are moving and grooving. Trying not to rest until we transition to the next movement. About 5 seconds here. Woo! Alright, so after this, we got the lizard switch, starting in 3, foot's right by the hand, 2, 1, 30 seconds of movement, guys, looking fast, long back leg, lean forward with it, straight arms, try to keep the landings nice and quiet, halfway there, guys, stick with me. Got about 5 seconds. Try to slow down now. 1 round. Down. 1 round down. Woo! Alright. So we're gonna start right back at the top with the lateral jump. Jumping left, jumping right. Landing quietly. Absorbing. Notice what happens with the back leg. I use that to balance. The arm is cross-body. I use that to balance. If you need to modify, just step, curtsy, step, curtsy. But if you're still moving, try to clear that. Let's go. Woo! All right. Right back into the press back. Front step. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Coach, what happened to the break? No brace. Ain't nobody got time for that. 20 seconds, guys. This is the finisher section. After that, be cooling down. So we're done. 10 seconds, guys. Stay with me. So bonus. Kind of want to hang out in this little bit of a stretch here before we transition. Sorry, break. I don't know what that means. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So got these 30 seconds of mountain climbers, aka lizard switch. This is just round 2, guys. Gotta do a total of 3. Halfway through this set, stick with me. Keep those arms nice and straight. Got the switch. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Woo! 1 more round. Fuck yeah, guys. All right, here we go. Big jump. Left side. Left side. Shifting. Head up, chin up. Knees landing. Quiet landings. No time to talk. This is time to move, coach. 10 more seconds. Big jumps, guys. Clear that mat. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Woo. 2 more moves. 1 more minute. Alright, we're in that place. Remember, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling tired, don't be afraid to modify so you can keep moving. Alright, I'm feeling better. Lifting the knees. 3, 2, 1. Last move. 15 seconds left. All you gotta do is just move. It's that easy. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm gonna stretch the other side. So I'm sinking low in this. This is my looser side. Woo! Ain't no time to mess around, coach. Big switches. Don't get lazy because it's that last thing. See that foot? It's getting way up by that hand. Stay with me, guys. Come on. 10 seconds. Do anything for 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Woo! All right. I don't know about you, but I got nice and sweaty. So we're gonna cool it down. So, just gonna come over. We're gonna do the famous world-renowned couch stretch. I'm gonna start off in this lunge. Got this back knee raised. I'm gonna do that same tuck and tilt, and then I can just kind of work on reaching through. So for some of us that sit a lot, that might be all we have, but those of you that want more option to take the foot and lift it up. And then now I got this nice long distance between my leg and knee. I'm just gonna drive forward, reach overhead. Let's do a good solid 3 reps. Good. 1 more, really lengthening through the arms. Now, I'm gonna take an inhale, exhale, I'm gonna add a twist. Woo, that felt like heaven. Let's do it again. All right, overhead, big twist. 1 more, big twist. Woo. Okay, lean forward, shift it out, switch it over. We're gonna do the same thing, the other side. Gotta thank the Lord for the thighs. Big inhale, big exhale. Bet you right about now, almost worth cutting the leg off. So you have to do this stretch. All right, we're on the top of 3. I'm gonna rotate all the way around. Big inhale, big exhale. One more. And we made it, guys. We'll see you next time.